Well, this wasn't exactly what I was expecting. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. The Santa Maria here, and today we're doing a dedicated fragrance review because I know you all enjoy these. And this is one that is a hyped fragrance from this brand. It definitely had a run back in 2021, 2022, and you could even consider it a bestseller from this brand. Today, you all, we are talking about the house of Mancera. Yes, Mancera Paris. And the fragrance we're going to be reviewing is Velvet Vanilla, you all. Yes, Velvet Vanilla. I know it's one that normally comes up that if you just do a random Google search of Mancera fragrances, it's usually one of the top 5 that's going to pop up because this one has a following and we're going to talk about it. Another note, as you can tell by the thumbnail, title, what have you, we'll see what happens once I create it. This was a blind buy. Yeah, this was a blind buy based off of hype. Yes, back when I was young, naive, didn't know no better. But alas, we're going to talk about this fragrance. I'm very excited, but before we get into it, elves, you know what we must do first. Lipstick of the day. Today, we're keeping it subtle, we're keeping it chill, we're keeping it mauve, honey. And this is MAC Soar lipstick, very mauvey, purple, pink type of color. It'll be in the description box as always. Next up, fragrance of the day, another easy reach type of fragrance. Definitely had its own moment of shine. We all know it, you can't escape it. We're talking about none other than MFK's Baccarat Rouge 540, the original EDP. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this up this year, check that out. But yes, Baccarat Rouge 540 is your fragrance of the day. All right, now we've gotten all the formalities out of the way. Let's get into Velvet Vanilla from Mancera. As always, when it comes to fragrance reviews, I rate fragrances by 4 categories. The first category is mood, and that is where am I wearing this fragrance to? What does it make me feel? What vibe is it giving? Second category is strength, and this is on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being water in a pretty bottle to 10 being nuclear juice. I'm gonna have to scrub to get it off. Third category is longevity, and that is how many hours long lasted is this fragrance. Can I continue to smell it on the skin and or clothing? Fourth, final category, which is very important for a lot of people, is quite frankly, is this a compliment getting fragrance? Yes or no? We talk about it there. So now you know how we do things for the new elves, and now let's talk about Mancera's Velvet Vanilla. Here is the box. I always like to give the full presentation with these bad boys. This is the 4-ounce size, the big bottle, 120 ml. It is an eau de parfum concentration. Very pretty bottle. I'm gonna open it for you all. I've owned this fragrance for a long time because I bought it last summer. Yes, it was last spring, summer. I want to say around April. That's when I got it. So going on almost a year. So Mancera fragrances, they come in a little bag like this with the little M's all over it. And then you pull your little fragrance out. And from out of the box, or bag in this case, here is the bottle. It's this very fun pink yellow vibe going on. I like it. So the bottle's fun and it has a magnetic cap. And as you can see, this is a lot of juice. So now let's get into the specs of this fragrance. So Mancera's Velvet Vanilla, you all. Definitely a bestseller, a hyped fragrance again. This fragrance isn't new, surprisingly. You would think it would be. So the fragrance was released in 2016, which by the way is getting further and further behind us now. It's really weird. But yeah, 2016, so it's been with us for over 5 years, you know, so it's not a new fragrance. People have had time to really play in it, explore it, you know, see what it does. So this was all over the fragrance YouTube, Instagram streets, you all, last year for sure. It absolutely was. And that's when I first was really getting into like hearing about niche fragrance, because Mancera is definitely one of those houses that when you first start to dip your toe into niche, especially for the price point and how many fragrances they have, Mancera is definitely a house you're going to run across. I don't care how you try to avoid it, you're going to run across Mancera. It's just a good gateway entry fragrance house for the niche world. To some more information about the fragrance. So now let's talk about the notes, you all. So Velvet Vanilla, these are from the official Mancera website. So Velvet Vanilla, we have head notes or top notes. We have mandarin, angelica, pear, clove, pink pepper, and black currant. So very fruity up there. Heart notes, we have our rose, jasmine, rolly, and tuberose, very floral. Then we have base notes of vanilla and white musk. So okay, But based on the name of Velvet Vanilla, I truthfully was expecting something a little bit more thicker, a little bit smoother, a little bit more of a gourmandy, say winter type of fragrance, because that's usually what vanillas do. But based off of reading the notes, this is a fruity floral bomb for sure. So it comes in 2 sizes, you all. We have a 60 ml size, and that retails for $105. Then there is the 120 ml size. Again, that is the size that I have. The big bottle, 120 ml size, retails for $180. Now, I have to say this disclaimer, period. Mancera is one of those houses you can definitely get a discount. You can find it on discount. I've seen it in so many different places. I've even seen them in TJ Maxx. So this is one of those houses that you don't have to pay full price for unless you just want to. That's your business, but you can get it for a discount. Just being real about that. Because I know I bought mine at a discount. I paid under $100 for it when I did get the big box. So let's now spray this fragrance and see what it's giving. I actually like the atomizer on this because it is a nice fine mist of fragrance. And then there's the other elephant in the room. This fragrance did make my least favorite fragrances in my collection list, and we're gonna talk about that too. But back to this dedicated review, y'all. Woof. Okay. Now they have all these fruity and floral notes written on here that I just read you all, but let me tell you what this is. This is Nuclear Hubble Bubble Bubblicious, whatever bubblegum brand you chewed back in the day. That is what this smells like in a fragrance form. But it's just not a body mist like they normally would be for bubblegum type of scents. This is actually a parfum for sure. This is a true eau de parfum, but this is bubblegum. That's what this is, straight up. So now let's talk about mood. Now y'all know exactly what this is giving. You have to be in a very playful mood for this. You just want to literally smell like sugary powdered bubble gum. That's the mood you gotta be in. So very silly, very playful. I could definitely see it being for a fun outside date night, not inside. And I'm gonna explain what I mean by that in a minute, but definitely I can see this being a fun day, outdoor date situation for sure. Strength on a scale of 1 to 10. Let me tell y'all right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 12. It's a 12. So yeah, this isn't a least favorite fragrance in my collection for the sake of performance. Absolutely not. In fact, this overperforms. And that's the thing about Mancera fragrances. You can't say, oh, they weak, they don't project, there's no sillage. No. One thing Mancera gonna do, if it don't do nothing else, is baby, it's gonna perform. Ooh, it's gonna perform. And you can't overspray their fragrances. You really can't overspray this, because a little bit goes a very long way with Velvet Vanilla. Like, woo, for real. Let's talk about longevity while we're on that note. Speaking of power, longevity, all that, let me tell you something. Just like the strength is a 12, the longevity is eternal. Longevity, I'm not counting hours. Retouch wear, you don't need a decant. You don't. This lasts for eternity. You gotta take your clothes off. You gotta wash your body to get it off. That's what it is with this fragrance. So if you don't want anything that lasts, like for real lasts, stay away from this, because babe, you got to be ready for this. That's why I say you have to be in a mood for it. You got to be ready. This isn't it's an easy reach, I just spray a little something on, frolic around or whatever. No. You got to be in the mindset for this one right here, because baby, she gonna be there and she gonna be with you the long way. So now let's talk about this last category. Even with it being strong, nuclear, all of this, that, and the other, and a little bit overbearing, you can definitely get cloying very, very easily. Believe it or not, the last category is what saves this fragrance. Would you believe it, you all? Compliment getting factor. Is this fragrance a compliment getter? This fragrance, hands down, absolutely gets compliments. That is what is so weird about this fragrance for me, because it's one of those fragrances I'd be like, ooh, I don't know. Do I feel like smelling like bubblegum today? And for 12 plus hours, do I feel like that? But whenever I put this on, it gets a compliment, and one I'm not looking for. It is definitely a crowd pleaser, a head turner. So I get why people love this scent, why it is considered a bestseller, and why it got hyped up. I totally get it for that reason, because I literally went to TJ Maxx like 2 weeks ago, ran into someone I hadn't seen in 10 years, and that's just what I was wearing, and she immediately was like, girl, you smell good. We weren't even talking about that. We were actually talking about makeup, but she was like, nah, whatever you wearing, that's it. and I was wearing this right here, the Velvet Vanilla, for sure, from Mancera. I remember that. I was like, huh. But yeah, it gets compliments. I was in another store. Lady was like, oh, you're so nice. And she actually let me skip her and everything. I was like, girl, thanks. So Velvet Vanilla is a certified compliment getter. It's one that you can wear and you don't have to fish for a compliment. It's just going to come your way. But it's just so strong and sweet. I mean, this is sickling sweet for real. So that is why I'm like conflicted with this fragrance, because it's like, it performs, it gets compliments, but do I want to smell like powdered bubblicious gum though? That's why this is like a, I don't know. I don't know. And definitely I am not using this bottle up no time soon, because a little bit goes a very long way with this. But I don't hate it, I just have to be in the mood for it. And once I realize that's what it is about this fragrance, I can move on with my life. So that is my review of the Mancera's Velvet Vanilla Eau de Parfum fragrance. Els, let me know, how do you feel about this fragrance? Do you like it? Do you love it? Have you smelled it? Are there any other Mancera fragrances that you love that you think I should check out? Because I do have a few Manceras in my collection. I've talked about them previously on the channel, but I know there are a lot more. I know they keep releasing new fragrances, and I'm not all the way done with the house yet. I definitely want to explore some more. I'm thinking about Vanille exclusive and Jardin exclusive. I'm definitely considering those fragrances. But anywho, Els, that is my review. Now you know what is the tea on this here Velvet Vanilla. So as always, if you're digging me, subscribe to the channel. If you're here for the content, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not here for any of this, I understand this fragrance is a lot and it ain't for everybody. But I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye, Els.